Minister of Petroleum Resources, Chief Timipre Sylva, yesterday expressed doubts over Nigeria's daily petrol consumption figures, describing them as crazy and opaque. The minister appeared on the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, in apparent frustration, noted that there's nothing that needed to be interrogated that had not already been questioned on subsidies. He agreed that figures released by concerned authorities were questionable and stressed that the best solution to the issue would have been to completely remove the subsidies. Joining us from our Abuja studios, Arise Business Analyst Chika Mbonu. Chika, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Chika, what do you make of the...
Morning, Rotus. How are you today?
Fine, thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us. What do you make of the latest comments from the minister on fuel subsidies?
We keep saying that, when we looked at the Dangote documents, we found that the consumption in Nigeria is about 30 million liters a day. But in Nigeria here, we see records that show us that it's about 100 million liters a day. You and me know that the economy, instead of growing, has shrunk. It's not as if the number of vehicles in Nigeria have increased. And so you wonder where these figures come from. But it's not surprising where the figures come from. The issue is that we simulate imaginary demands into Nigeria, and when the products come into Nigeria, the next day they're out of the border. And nobody wants to speak loud about the fact that a lot of the products are smuggled out of Nigeria once they come into Nigeria. It's simply because of economics. If the price of the commodity outside Nigeria is 400 naira per liter, and in Nigeria is 162 naira per liter, what do you think that will happen? It's not rocket science for you to know that once the products come into Nigeria, there's this massive business that some people are doing. They push the products out immediately outside the border and cash out on more than 200 naira per liter for profit. So it's not that. It's not rocket science. And I keep saying that we cannot continue, burning money this way. Look at this year, 3 trillion. That's what they want to budget. Almost equal or more than our capital expenditure for the country. And who's going to gain from it? Who are the people gaining from it? And so that's the issue. So I can understand the minister's frustration, but the issue, he says the figure is opaque, is crazy. He used all the adjectives to describe it. Indeed, those adjectives are fit and proper, because maximum 35 million liters a day, and we're paying subsidy on 100 million liters a day. And all of it cross our borders the next day. Where are our security agents? And don't they see these tankers and trailers pass the border? I keep saying that when the money is sweet, everybody, jumps into the money train, and that's what it is. If you continue to have subsidy the way we have subsidy, and you have the differential in prices between Nigeria and our neighboring countries, please, brother, this is what's going to continue to happen. And it's not Nigeria that's getting it. Is our neighbors are getting the benefits of the subsidy.
Thank you so much, Chika. I want to move to taxes. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo lamenting the 8% tax-to-GDP ratio. Chika, what can we do here to raise this figure?
Hey, well, it's like a track record for us in this program now. We'll sing this song every time, that the tax-to-GDP ratio of our country is the lowest in the world. And we'll talk about the fact that even if they only plug the leakages in the country, this ratio will move to at least 10-12%, because it is still the same 10% of that's in the tax net. The informal sector is largely out of the tax net. And so on the government side, there's so many leakages. And I said it in this program, there have been so many people who have been given pioneer status, which have expired, and nobody has gone back to follow on that. There are so many contracts that there have been waivers on tax. Nobody follows to make sure that the conditions under which those waivers were given have been kept. And look at the economic free zones also. They're supposed to be tax-free, and the commodities are supposed to be exported. But we know that some of them bring the commodities into Nigeria and sell. So just plugging the leakages in the tax net will move this 8% to about 10-12%. Now, of course, I define tax. I copied the definition for somebody that I said the tax is the share of profit of the government in enabling your business. in making sure that the roads are good when you're moving your products, trailers don't fall down and fall into the gutter, that you have water, you have power, the good roads to move your products and so on and so forth. So that will reduce your cost of production or move your revenues up, and therefore your profit will be large, and therefore government will have a share in that your profit in form of tax. But you see, look at what happens in Nigeria. If you start a typical business in Nigeria, you provide your power, your road, your water, your everything, your security even now. You know, and those are the problems. And so when you push people to pay tax, they don't have that emotional connection, in between the government and the citizens to pay tax, because they ask, what's government doing for us? And that's the issue. Even the one we're paying, what have they done with it? But that shouldn't be the argument. There's so much more to be done in education. There's so much more leakages to be plugged. And I have a feeling that this 8% will move up to about 15%. Our neighbors, most other countries, are in the double digits, 20% and above.
Thank you so much for that, Chika. To rice, another thing we've talked about quite a bit. Godwin Emefiele, CBN governor in Kano, yesterday inaugurating another rice milling factory. Can we hopeful of self-sufficiency soon, Chika?
Well, again, rice is another commodity that we have built capacity, expanded capacity in Nigeria, just like we've done for cement. Rice production, from paddy rice production to the rice mills. You have seen the CBN figures that said that before the processing of rice was about 350,000 metric tons capacity, but now we have more than 30 million metric ton capacity of processing mills in Nigeria since the Anchor Borrowers program came on stream. Now, again, this is another product that the security agency should help the farmers in Nigeria, because if the farmers in Nigeria are encouraged and left, and smuggling is abetted and limited, the farmers in Nigeria and the mills in Nigeria have the capacity to produce all the rice that we eat. Initially, we had problems of the quality of the rice, but substantially the qualities have improved to compete with the so-called imported rice. And it's important that the security agencies will work very hard to make sure that smuggling is limited. Smuggling is a major problem for our country. It's an economic crime. Smuggling affects rice. Smuggling affects petroleum products. Even the crude oil now. There's a report that we lost about $4 billion on crude oil stealing for 9 months of last year. How do these products leave Nigeria? Again, security agencies must talk about it. So with all these leakages, Nigeria, we're supposed to be somewhere else, not where we are now. So capacity of production of rice in Nigeria has expanded. We can actually produce what we eat and eat what we produce. But smuggling must cease. So the rice farmers in Nigeria will further be encouraged to make the investments. Like this, look at this mill now. I think they borrowed about 10 to 15 billion naira to build it. Now, so look at what happened. Assuming they start producing now and they're overwhelmed by smuggled rice, you know what will happen. So smuggling is a major issue that is fighting against the capacity to produce rice in Nigeria. And the government security agencies must work towards that.
All right, Business Analyst Chika Mbonu live in our Abuja studios. Chika, thank you so much for discussing fuel subsidy, rice production, taxes, and all the likes. Thank you so much. We appreciate your insight.